when we talk about unit circles, okay, when we talk about any circles, a lot of times people refer to degrees, because that's what they know. We're going to look at radians, okay? The reason we're going to look at radians is it covers the circumference of the circle. So what is one radius? One radius is 1 radian. So if you were to lay this radius on the outside of the circle, so like you take the distance and it's like about here, that's 1 radian. So it's measuring around the circle. It's just measuring the outside of the circle instead of measuring the rotation of the circle. Degrees measure inside, radians measure outside. Why is this important? Because if we know that the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, then the circumference of the unit circle is 2 pi, because r is 1, right? So, if people ask us, okay, where is pi on the unit circle? Pi would be what? Halfway. The reason pi is halfway is because it's half of a full circle. If the full circle is 2 pi, then pi would be halfway. That makes sense, right? So pi is halfway around the circle. The point here, well, the point when we start at 0, which is also 2 pi, is 1, 0, because the x value is 1, the y value is 0, because you haven't gone up any. So what is the point for pi? Negative 1, what? How much are you going up and down? 0. What is the point at pi? The point, if this is our coordinate circle, this is the center at 0, 0. The point here is negative 1, 0. Because you're going halfway around the circle, right? The radius is 1 out, so you go 1 x value, but you're not going up and down any, because you're on the x-axis. Now, to go a quarter, so this is halfway around the circle. Pi over 2 is a quarter around the circle. Why? Because it's half of pi. If pi is half, then it's going to be half of a half, which is a quarter. That would be this distance here. Okay? What is the point up here for this distance? Have you gone, if this is the center, have you gone left or right any? No. So 0 for x. How much did you go up or down? 1 up, so 0, 1. And the last important point we need, where do you think it's going to be? It's going to be 0, negative 1. Okay, that's all the way down here. That's going 3/4 around the circle. Can anyone guess what the angle in radian measurement would be? Pi and what?
Pi and 1/2.
Yeah, so pi and pi over 2, or 1.5 pi, which we call 3 pi over 2. Why? Because you're adding pi, and then you're adding pi over 2. Or you're adding half a circle and a quarter a circle, and you're getting 3 pi over 2. 1.5 pi. So why? Because you're going halfway around the circle, and then you're adding a quarter of the circle. Halfway around the circle was pi. A quarter of the circle was pi over 2. So if you add these two together, you get 3 pi over 2.